I guess you were with Bobby when you met Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bro.
What was that like?
Whew,
First of
okay.
all, what was Michael like in person? I'd never met him myself.
Yo, Michael Jackson was amazing, dude. Like his energy, I met quite a few people, but I've never met anyone with the energy that I felt like Michael Jackson. And I'll tell you for a number of reasons. I mean, like the first time I looked into his eyes, like close, like how we are,
Mm-hmm.
it looked like as if I was staring into the eyes of a deer. A fucking deer. I don't know if that was his spirit animal. No, but it was a deer, dude. And like, I don't know, man. Like I used to live upstate, and deers would just jump over the fucking fence, and and so I've been in close proximity to a deer, and deers have mass. They're solid. And dude, his presence was so strong, but he had these gentle eyes like a deer. Now I gotta tell you this Michael Jackson. Okay, here we go. So now I gotta rewind it for you. Scene is set. All right, two things. I'll give you two. One, when I was a messenger, I saw Michael Jackson. That's the first time I ever saw him in close proximity. That was the funny thing about being a messenger. It was weird because I would see everybody. I would see all the celebrities like on the street. And so this one day I was coming through this block and he came out of this hotel. It was the Hemsley, I think. Sherman Hemsley. It was the Hemsley Hotel or whatever. But it was so crazy. He had on the bad suit with the buckles and shit. It was in 87. It was right. So when he walks out of the front of the hotel, and it was all these people, it was not a lot of people, maybe like 20 people that I guess knew that he was coming out. So as I was walking down the street with my package, I see all these signs, we love you, Mike, and hearts and shit. So I'm like, Mike, the fuck is this? And then as soon as I walked up by the front of the hotel, he comes out with the bad suit and shit on. And the shit was just crazy. It was so telepathic. I'm looking at him, and his van pulls up out of the little parking driveway. He jumped in the van, but he looked at me. And I was like, oh, shit. I did like this. I put my hand on my heart, and he put his hand over his heart. I was like, oh, shit. Fucking Mike, right? So that was my first little inkling right there. I'm like, I'm on my way. Because mind you, all this time, I'm not out yet. Now, when I actually meet him, I'm with Bobby. But I'm out now. So Nice and Smooth, look, Sometimes If I'm Slow just went platinum. So we lit. It's a little fame thing. And one thing, once that fame hit, it seemed like every time I was with Bobby, it was just some magnetic, like we was magnets. We wouldn't even be trying. We could be, like to this day, we mad, we chilling, laid back family. But if I get with this motherfucker, it's a turn up situation. It always turns into a party. Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson. Okay, the scene, I believe it was either the MTV Awards or the American Music Awards. It was one of them. So whenever Bobby came into New York, he would call me. So he calls me up. He's like, yo, Smooth, I'm in the Four Seasons Hotel. Come down and, fuck with me. I'm like, what? Yeah, nigga, come on. It's lit down, it's lit, whatever the word was. Everything is up. So I'm like, okay. So he said, come to the restaurant. Come to the restaurant. I said, okay. So this was the Four Seasons down on the east side. So I comes down to Four Seasons. I get to the restaurant area. I see Bobby sitting at the table, entourage. And so that's when Cristal was the shit. So it was like 4 or 5 bottles of Chris on the table. And I know the people he was with, entourage. I said, yo, what's up, Smooth? I'm walking there, what up? I'm getting everybody a pound. Bob gets on one. Yo, more Chris! So they bring me my own bottle. I'm sitting there with them. Yeah, we're talking. Next thing I look to my right, it's a fucking leg. A leg. Like a thigh and shit, a little over the knee. And this fucking brown giant standing next to me is Shaquille O'Neal. So I look up, I'm like, oh, Shaq. So like when I looked up, I saw his leg, I heard, yo, what up, Bobby? Like that, right? So I look up, I was like, oh, Shaq. So he like, Shaq. And so he's like, you see Smooth? And he's like, hey, what up, Smooth? And he give me a pound. So I'm like, oh, what up, Shaq? So we bugging. Boom. A few minutes later, Wesley Snipes comes
Hmm.
in. Yo! Right? Now, I know Wesley from high school in the Bronx uptown. So now he comes in. This is Blade Wesley, you know? Yeah! So now we bugging. Everybody drinking. So we got this little section. It's like 3-4 tables in our little jump off. Now it's Shaq and his crew he's with. Wesley. Then Halle Berry comes up in there. Now the bottles is just flowing. Everything is like, woo, it's a party. So now Bobby starts singing. He starts singing some shit. I don't know what he's singing. He's singing. He's going into his motherfucker. Yeah. So now I chime in the motherfucker. What's come over me? I start singing some stylistic shit. But we fucked up. We drunk. I thought I heard you speak. They're like, yeah, that's my shit. So everybody start fucking singing. Shaq starts singing his favorite shit. Whatever. So everybody's a party. We going crazy, right? So next thing you know, Bobby slides over to me with a sly grin. He goes, yo, Smooth, come upstairs right quick. So I was like, all right. I go with him upstairs. I kind of could feel what it's about. So we get upstairs, go in his suite, walk in there. He got a briefcase on the dresser. So he opens the briefcase, pops it open, pulls out a Ziploc bag of what I like to call nose jumper. Bunny, shit that had you hopping. Wall crawler. Spider-Man, cocaine. So he starts breaking it up. Now that's a party. We start doing some lines. Ooh. Ooh. Another one. Next thing you know, I start hearing boom, 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 boom. Right? Now, no music is playing. This is TV. Boom, 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 boom. Then I bust out. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Now Bobby goes, when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Now we going in. Well, I guess you said can make me feel this way, my girl, my girl, my. Now we doing fucking Motown Temptation steps. It's a motherfucker. We high as a kite, and we got it down. I got so. We just going, right? Now, Bobby gets this epiphany. He goes, yo, Smooth. I said, what's up? He said, Michael Jackson is upstairs. So I said, huh? Now, I know, I met everybody. I met Michael Jackson, I met Prince with Bobby, you know what I'm saying? So I know he know all of them, love them, and, you know, so forth and so on. I know he's like, he goes, here's what he says. Michael Jackson's upstairs. And he got the 2 top floors. So I was like, oh, what? She said, let's go fuck with him. Let's go see him. Now, whoa. What? Somehow, I saw this going different. I never thought that I would meet Mike and I'm sky high. So I'm like, I'm trying to process the shit. I'm like, hold on, wait, hold on. You want to fuck with Mike? Hold on for a minute. Right? So he like, yeah, man, let's go fuck with him. I said, hold on for 1 minute. Come on, let's go. Rock stars. We fucking rock stars. Right? So now, we jump on the elevator. Now, Mike, what he used to do is he would buy out the entire floor. When he checked into a hotel, he'd buy out the top floor or the top 2 floors, and you need a special key to get to the top. Now, of course, you know, this is Bobby. He's married to Whitney. He got the keys. He got the keys. So Bobby had a special key. We jump on the elevator, go to the top floor. So when the doors open, there's 2, these motherfuckers are like Terminator, standing there, got their glasses and shit on, earplugs. Hold it. Right. So Bobby he had this crazy hat with rhinestones and shit in it. So he had his head down. He was like, yo, it's me, Bobby, man. Like that. Right? So the guy goes, hey, what's up, Bobby? And so he goes, hold on for a minute. All right, come off the elevator. He said, so he gets on the walkie-talkie and he goes, it's Bobby Brown and a guest. And he goes, it's me and my brother, Smooth B. And he goes, he says with his brother, Smooth B. He says, all right. So wait a few minutes. So next thing you know, now we walking down the hall and shit. I'm like, oh shit. I'm trying not to be as so conscious that I'm so fucked up. I'm about to see Mike. Get to the door, security knocks on the door. Mike opens the door. And on a dope black brim, shades. What y'all talking about? Michael Jackson been COVID-19 ready. He had his mask on 30 years because he had the mask on. And he had this jacket that was like, it was like a dinner jacket, but it had all these stones and shit in it. Black jeans. I was like, oh, look at this motherfucker, right? So he's like, come in. White gloves, come in. So he walks in. Now, when I think back on it, Mike had to know we was high. He had to know we was fucking. This is Michael Jackson. You know, he's been in the music industry all his life. But when we walked in the room, he laughed. He said, you guys having a good time? Yo, he said, you guys having a good time? Partying? Like that. And I was like, oh, you want some water? Like that. And I was like, oh. I was like, yeah. So he turns around, gives me a bottle of water, give Bobby a bottle of water. Some old imported shit, like alkaline before the shit came out, right? He hand me some water, hand Bobby the water. Suite was the biggest suite I've ever been in my life. I'm talking about when we walked in, the whole wall was glass. It was a glass window with a view of the city. I was just like, oh. Balloons and all types of balloons, boxes. And so he's like, relax, have a seat. I was like, okay. So I sits on this couch and there was a table across from me. And him and Bobby sat at the table. And they start to reminiscing. So he's like, I remember when you were a kid. And these days, so they talking and shit. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking down at his boots. I'm looking at Michael Jackson's boots. So it was like cowboy boots, but they came up to the knee with all these stones, fly ass stones. And again, I'm fucked up. So it looks like his boots are moving. So I'm like, oh shit. That's fucking Mike boots moving. So I'm sitting there bugging out. Next thing you know, I see myself shoot past. I fucking moonwalked across the room. Dead ass. It was Michael Jackson's body with my head on his motherfucking shoulders. With my New York Yankee fitted on. With my New York Yankee. I'm like, what the fuck? I hear. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit. Now I'm in concert with me. I come back. I'm singing to myself. She was more like a beauty queen. I'm like, yo, what? Wait, hold up. What's happening? Spinning up on the toes, the whole. I'm like, oh, crazy. So next thing you know, do a dance on the floor. It's going. It's concert. It's Motown 25 in my mind. Next thing you know, I look and I see Bobby talking, but he's like looking in my direction. And I see his mouth moving and shit, but I don't hear what he says. So I'm like, what? So he goes, he's telling Mike, he going, yo, this is Smooth B. You know, and at the time, Mike had did the deal with Sony. That's what it was. Mike had did the deal with Sony, and we were on Def Jam. So Def Jam had got bought out by Sony. You know, Columbia got bought out, so forth and so on. So he's explaining to him who I am. He's going, he's Smooth B of the group, Nice and Smooth, and you know, they're on Def Jam. So he says, yeah, oh, nice and smooth. I know you guys. Like that, right? So I'm like, whoa. So he goes, I know you guys. He said, so you're smooth, huh? And I said, yeah. He said, you are smooth. You have a nice voice. Like that. And I was like, oh. So they talked for a few more seconds, and then I hear. I swear. I start hearing Heartbreak Hotel, my nigga. So I'm sitting there like, oh, this is crazy. Make it stop. Somebody make it stop. So now I'm chilling. A few minutes later, he goes, okay, guys. He goes, okay, guys, I'm getting ready to retire for the evening. And so, he gets up. Oh, at this point, he had taken his glasses off, and that's what was fucking me up. I'm staring at that whole deer going on, and I'm just like, oh, dude. And he shook my hand. And when he shook my hand, I will never forget it because Mike was strong, B. Don't get it fucked up. His handshake was so strong, but his hands felt like a boxer's hands, dude. Like people told me that he was, later on, motherfuckers was like, oh no, Mike was a martial arts expert. Yo, dude, his hands felt like I shook Mike Tyson's hand. I shook Muhammad Ali's hand, like that level. And when I shook his hand, dude, as soon as I touched his hand and I shook his hand, I was fucking sober. Mike fucking sobered me up. He fucking grounded me. I was like, whoa. I was like, hey. And he was like, and he said to me, he's like, keep up the good work. And as soon as he said, keep up the good work, I was like, thank you. I will. Yo, dude, that part.